free agents too. There's like a crazy amount of free agents out there. People getting cut left and right.
There's a couple that I'm gonna bring up. There's definitely a couple that I'm gonna bring up. It's going to be yeah, that NFL Combine is over. I'm hoping
Mm-hmm.
y'all are picking y'all's talent correctly. I'll put it like that.
Mm-hmm. But we're here. What's up, people? How y'all doing?
Oh snap, we live. We live, we live, we live, we live. Hey, what's up? What's up? What's up? What's up?
Yeah, 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 yeah. I hate this little line. I'm Austin.
And it's your boy Mike. You know what it is.
Yeah, I'm still like this. First things first, man. What you sipping on, good sir?
To go ahead to finish off. First off, before we even say what we're sipping on, for all of those that had to deal with any weather or anything, because even I had to deal with some weather uh, within the past few days. Most apologies and hope y'all survived and everything. Um, I know there was an F1 tornado that touched down near my brother. So anyone
What?
that had to deal with any weather and anything, most apologies, most blessings and everything. Sending good vibes y'all's way.
You
So
good?
I will start with that. But for what I am sipping on, oh, it's not getting fully in the shot. Hold on. Let me see. It's not getting in the shot. Hold on.
I think
It's
I saw
not
your
getting
face.
in the shot. Shiner Bach. To go ahead and close out the season. And um, for the upcoming season, for what they call the cold snap, um, y'all look forward to that for things that I will be bringing forward. But for the Shiner Bach to close out the cold season, um, Shiner, Texas, y'all got a good thing going on right here. Uh, good malty, deep amber flavors. For those that are into beer, y'all know what that's talking about. Uh, Shiner, Texas, man, y'all got a good thing going on, man. And I'm gonna say it again. Y'all got a good thing going on right here, man. Uh, literally everything you will want out of um an amber, it comes through in this beer. So y'all come check this out if y'all are looking for that. Go ahead and take one sip, and I don't talk too much about what I'm sipping on. What you over there sipping on?
The same tequila I had last week. Y'all watch the show. Y'all know what it is.
Uh,
Are you serious? Why is the connection not there?
I see that background, man. I see you ready for the college basketball,
Oh
man.
man. Yep. I was gonna change it to something else. I did do it. I was like, whoops. But yeah, that's just a good little segue. Carolina been balling. Carolina been balling. We said that before, like, yo, these close games are gonna start paying off.
hmm
And they started paying off. So
Um,
there we go.
for your, I mean, it's since we are currently already in college basketball talk. For some of your big name, for some of your big name conferences, as far as college basketball goes, do do you think that Carolina one? Do you think Carolina makes it?
Hmm.
Two, do you think that Carolina makes it as a top eight seed in whatever bracket they make
I
it in?
don't think that they'll be a top eight seed, but I can see them as a 10, 11, 12. And I do see them going to the at least the Sweet 16.
Oh,
The
that's
one
fair.
thing that you cannot
That's
teach
fair.
is experience,
Mm.
and a lot of teams get that experience late in the season. with those close games and they don't know what's going on. They've been in
Mm-hmm.
tight games before. They've been playing without big men. They just figured it out. And like they're not winning by like 10 or 15. They're winning by like 20, 30. Like they are like now some of these teams are not good, but earlier in the season, these teams will be beating Carolina. Or Carolina will be
Mm-hmm.
finding some way to lose. God, they just be beaten by 30. Like, look at like it's getting out of hand, yo.
Well,
Last game,
the
91-59.
one slight counter argument I will throw into that is the fact that uh I'm trying to think of a good fraction. Probably like a good 1/5 or a quarter. 1/5. I'll stick with a fifth. 1/5 of the ACC, despite the ACC being known as generally a basketball conference, probably about a fifth of the ACC is not good this season.
True. But look at it this way. They were getting beat by Pittsburgh. They were getting beat by Wake Forest.
Mm-hmm.
They were getting beat by Stanford. They were getting beat by was it no Notre Dame? No, they got beat them. They barely beat UCLA. Now it's like what? They lost to Clemson 85-65. Then they beat Syracuse 88-82. Then NC State 97-73. Then Virginia 81-66. Then Florida State 96-85. Then Miami 92-73. Then VA Tech 91-59.
Miami doesn't count, but the other ones,
Yeah.
yeah.
But it's like they're number 5 in the ACC right now. 13-6 in the conference, 20-11. Like they're surprisingly right in the middle. But I think people see Carolina and expect them to be way at the top. They're not a top team.
That's
But if
part
you
of the
sleep
reason
on them,
why.
they're gonna put up a lot of points.
Yeah.
Yeah. So it's gonna be interesting to see during the
For
tournament.
those of y'all that are Tar Heels fans, keep your eye out for Louisville because everyone was discounting Louisville. Louisville doesn't even have double-digit losses this season, so
Oh yeah, they're number what 2, right?
I think yeah in
Number
the conference,
three
yeah. Duke.
behind Clemson just because they lost one more
Oh yeah,
overall.
I forgot about Clemson. Yeah, yeah, yeah.
Yeah. Clemson
Mm.
25-5 and Louisville 24-6. But the same conference record. Oh, also Duke against Carolina this weekend. And yeah, if Jordan was the owner of the Hornets, we wouldn't have a game on those. We wouldn't have a home game on those games. But look who's going on now.
Mm.
2 Duke and Carolina games this year, 2 home games. I ain't going.
He said, "I ain't going."
Nah, not to watch no damn Nets. But yeah. You got any more things for basketball? College
uh,
basketball? I
just
feel
y'all
like it's
keep y'all. It just overall. All I will say overall, before we move on, is y'all keep y'all's eyes out because this is probably one of the most interesting years we have seen in men's college basketball and heck, women's college basketball. This is the most interesting year we've seen in college basketball in about a decade. So y'all keep y'all's eyes out. Like as much as y'all might bet on one team, all of a sudden somebody like Vanderbilt might come through. Or you might bet on a team and then what was it FGCU that did it? Yeah, yeah.
Oh, Florida Gulf Coast.
Yeah, some team like that might all of a sudden do it. And I know here and there people say that every year. No, 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 no. This is actually a year. We might actually see something like that where a like small teams might actually pull something crazy out.
It'll be interesting. I feel like our next couple episodes are gonna be ridiculous with stuff.
Yeah.
If it's gonna get the last, like, all right, you're gonna wait and see. Yeah. So it's just real quick. Um, uh, big UFC fight coming up Saturday. Alex Pereira is putting the title on the line against, I forgot his name, but he's high up in the rank. Y'all check it out. I'm gonna be watching it. And he usually be knocking people out. So, but Drake also bet money on him, I believe. So, you think he'll escape the Drake curse?
Wait, who bet money on
Drake, you know
me?
about the Drake.
I'm joking.
I'm not. He like him young, but nah, man, that whole Drake curse, man. Anytime he bets money on someone, good chance they're gonna lose.
Hmm,
Which I'm like,
fair, fair.
but he doesn't have a gambling issue, man. He doesn't have a gambling issue. Anyway, y'all listen to Euphoria. Soccer stuff. Charlotte FC 1-2-0. But check out the table for the Italian league Serie A. Check this out. There is, I can't do math. 10 games left? No, 11 games left, I believe. Um, so from one down to five, separated by 8 points. So a point is so that's how the standing is in soccer. 3 points for a win, 1 point for a tie, 0 points for a loss. And the top five are separated by 8 points. It's gonna be a tight race.
Mm-hmm.
Tight. So and with this weekend coming up, number three against number four, Atalanta plays Juventus. Yep. Juventus has 52. Atalanta has 55. If Juventus wins, they'll be tied, but also in fourth place for goal difference. But yeah, man, that's crazy. That is crazy.
Why that remind me of for those of y'all that are football fans, why that remind me of which we'll touch on NFL uh here shortly. For those of y'all that are football fans, why that remind me of the AFC North in 2009 and 2010. It's just like I don't know how many of these teams are good slash playoff contenders, but all of them are
Yeah.
low key good. Like, and then they start making deals. Is like, and again, I don't know how many of these teams are good slash playoff contenders. You said all that, it just reminded me of all of that.
It's gonna be good. It's gonna be good. But what's next? NBA?
Ooh. Mm. Yeah, yeah, because there would be more NFL news, so we might as well close out with NFL. So let's go NBA.
Oh, LeBron James gets 50,000 points. Congratulations to him. My problem is this. Both attempts, the NBA did not have this on TNT or ESPN. It was on League Pass.
Uh,
That's
since you men-
crazy.
uh, since you mentioned him, random trivia, and then I'll bounce back on that. Random trivia. Can you name the six players in NBA history with 5,000 or more playoff points? And this is specifically talking about scoring in the playoffs. Can you
Jordan?
name? Can you name the? Can you name the? Well, You already named LeBron James, so I'll say the five others. Can you
So,
name the six players outside of outside of LeBron James with 5,000 playoff points?
so six
So you've
people.
already named LeBron.
So six outside of LeBron or five outside of LeBron.
The five others outside of
Okay.
LeBron because
Jordan,
mhm,
Wilt,
Jordan is number two.
is Wilt?
Unfortunately,
Wow.
not,
Bill Russell?
also unfortunately
What?
not Bill Russell.
Man, that is just a what is it? Consequence of era of basketball that they're playing.
And and when I saw it, I also will fully agree with you because it was just like my man got 11 rings. He's got more rings than he has fingers. How does he not
It's just
have it? But
yeah, the game was a little slower. But yeah,
true.
that's all it is.
But yeah,
Kobe,
you've got LeBron and Mike, so you only need four more.
Kobe,
Kobe is number five. Yes.
Shaq.
Shaq, yes, is number four.
Um,
See, you actually only need two more. And I will give you a clue. Both of them were big men. Both of them were big men, and one we actually witnessed in our lifetime. And for the other one, he had a name change.
big man.
Yes, both are big men. Yes.
Would it be Dirk?
No. Unfortunately, and it's because the Dallas Mavericks actually did not make the playoffs enough for Dirk to score enough points.
Okay. I was like,
That is coming from a Mavericks fan.
I don't know. Yeah.
So
I'm trying to think of
for,
players who actually like consistently.
for what you named, you did name number one, number two, number four, and number five. So
Hakeem
what you were
Olajuwon?
close, but no. Hakeem, if we were doing a top 10, Hakeem would be in there. Um, for what you were missing, number three
Oh,
was
Kareem Abdul-Jabbar.
yeah,
Yes,
you go.
I was kind of go back to like 80s, 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 80s. Okay.
That's
Big
the
man.
that's the one for the clue of name change. He's number three. Um,
Big
I'll
man?
I'll actually figure. I'll I'll actually let it cruise to see if you can name number six. Number six will be surprising, and again, he is a big man,
I think of
and
longevity.
we witnessed him in our lifetime.
That is wild.
And
Um,
it's not Dirk. Another clue: he played in the same conference and same division as Dirk, and ended up becoming a
oh,
assistant coach.
Tim Duncan?
Yes, sir. There
Why did
you
I think of
go.
that at first, yo? Oh, and that's the disrespect that we give to Tim Duncan because he should be as one of those GOAT conversations.
Uh, for
They missed
those
the
of y'all that
playoffs
might
20
be in
straight
the
times,
younger
right?
audience, for those of y'all that might be in the younger audience that might be watching this and don't know, Tim Duncan never missed the playoffs. So that's part of what helped him be in this list. Tim Duncan never missed the playoffs. That is also part of the coaching of Big Pop, Greg Popovich, man.
Hmm.
But yeah, he never missed the
Oh,
playoffs. So everything he scored helped him be in this list. Um,
why did I think of that, man?
you know, because no one ever thinks of the San Antonio Spurs greats. Let's not forget how often David Robinson was also in the playoffs.
Hmm. About to be Wimby too. I don't know. He got that blood clot, yo.
Wimby, you know what I'm saying? So Um, other couple things for NBA for what day was that? February 28th. Whatever day that was, uh, February 28th. Donovan Mitchell scored 41 points and helped lead the Cleveland
I'm
Cavaliers
sorry.
past
Yo,
the
yes.
Bucks.
Yes. Yo, man, can we talk about that? Can we talk about that, yo? Yo,
Go ahead.
oh my
Go,
gosh, yo.
go
Okay,
on ahead.
okay,
What you
okay.
got on that, bro?
I got I have five players that I do not like at all.
Hmm.
Number one is Karl Anthony Towns. The second one is PJ Washington. The third is Karl Anthony Towns. The fourth is Jason Tatum, and the fifth is Karl Anthony Towns. So we're gonna talk about Jason Tatum.
The same players are.
Yo, I can't do it, man. He might be a cool dude, man, but anytime I see him when he's playing basketball or at work, I don't like him. I don't like the way that you do your job.
Yeah, fair.
He might be super cool, but can't do it. So they were winning what 25-3 or something like that. And Jason Tatum was telling them and Jaylen Brown, get the F off the court. Get the F out of here. Came back and got washed. And we have been telling y'all for years, Boston Celtics are really good, but they play really stupid.
Correct.
They play like morons. You don't,
Hmm.
and the thing is, you don't know when it's coming, but that idiot is coming. That wave of stupidity is on the way. I don't know when it's coming, but when it get here, you can be like, why you keep shooting threes? And like, you know why they lost? Because they kept shooting threes.
Mm. Even worse, they continue to shoot threes because statistically they are one of the teams that hit the most threes. So
Because they shoot the
statistically
ball.
they keep shooting threes, thinking that they're going to hit them. And it's like you do understand how
Oh,
difficult it is to hit jump shots from that distance. Why do you continue to try to take shots from that distance
they
if you're not
tested threes.
hitting?
These threes are wide open. These are okay. Jason Tatum, right, can get to the rim at any time. Jab
Mhm.
step, dribble, dribble, step back three. And it's 18 seconds to go on the shot clock. Why are you doing this?
That too.
Why are you doing this, man? Bro, I hate that stuff, man. I can't stand it. At least Jaylen Brown drives to the rim.
And
Sometimes he
also,
settles,
Jaylen
but
Brown makes sound decisions.
like the mid range, he'll drive to the rim.
Mhm.
Nice, man.
Again, at least Jaylen Brown here and there will make sound decisions instead of just trying to pull up from three. Because y'all here on I'm trying to think of a morning show. ESPN First Take. Uh what's another good morning show? Mike and Mike in the morning. That's not even the morning show anymore. Anyway, you hear on ESPN First Take and all these other morning shows that y'all are one of the teams that hit the most threes slash take the most threes. That's also not the smartest decision here and there. And that's legit also not even the smartest decision here and there in whatever situation you're in. So you end up finding yourself in positions to where players are just like, yeah, I'm gonna just pull up from three. Okay. And when you miss, I'm gonna rebound, drive it down, blah blah blah. And instead of +3, you find yourself -5. I fully agree with you. Boston definitely plays dumb. Boston has weapons, definitely has weapons, but I agree with you. They definitely play down.
Moron, I tell you. Moron. Moron.
Before we move on from NBA,
Oh, one more thing. I'm sick of the Hornets, yo. I'm sick of this lack of seriousness.
oh, there's two other things I
Um,
got it. So go on ahead for
yeah, I'm
yours.
just I'm tired of losing, yo. Like we got players, and then it's like this, right? And then people kept blaming Jordan. They kept blaming
Hmm.
Jordan, and then they
Hmm.
say, "Man, it's the best roster we had." This is a Jordan roster. Like we're gonna be real about it. You didn't want Borrego, but he was improving the team. We had 50 wins a season. Even though we didn't make the playoffs, we were in the play-in 2 times in a row, and we didn't win. Sometimes LaMelo was doing hero ball. That wasn't on the coach. That was on the Melo ball.
Hmm.
But you wanted him gone, so now he's gone, and now y'all can't blame Jordan. So y'all kind of quiet now. Jordan's the worst owner and this and that. Oh yeah, well he gone now. Now what? We still suck. We're actually even worse with better players. You know
How
how
many
much
how
the
many wins how
Milwaukee
many wins the Hornets got again?
three,
He said 30. Hey,
3.
y'all, hey, hold on. There's like two teams y'all got more wins than, so don't discount that.
No, wait, hold up. No, there's only one team we have more wins than, and they beat us 4 times a season. I'm talking about the Wizards.
Wait, the Wizards are beating y'all multiple times this season?
Multiples. You see what I'm saying? Yo, if we don't get Cooper, yo, it's time to capture the flag, dog. LaMelo can go, even though I think he's box office. But sometimes I'm like, yo, you do play hero ball.
Hmm.
There's one person that plays lock in defense and scores, Brandon Miller. He's nonchalant. He is a definite project, but you can tell the improvement. Miles Bridges, he been balling. LaMelo, you can't say healthy. You're great, fantastic.
There's
He
actually three things I need to bring up
so yeah,
before we
man.
leave.
I'm sick of it. I'm tired of getting hurt. I'm doing this since the '88. Yeah, but yeah, go ahead, man.
Yeah, you had a run between the late '90s and early 2000s. Y'all had a
Yeah,
run.
yep. But here's the thing about that, right? When you take away the original Charlotte Hornets, right? Because when the Hornets were here, it was kind of how OKC was, where the city embraced it and it felt like a college team. You had one of the
Mm,
biggest arenas
okay.
in the league, and we kept
Yeah,
breaking attendance records, and we kept
yeah.
having the attendance title. Like the Charlotte Coliseum was buzzing. The Charlotte Coliseum was not downtown. That shit was way out there off Tyvola.
Ty Bowler.
You had to, yo, that shit was out there, yo. You had to go on. This
For,
stadium is downtown prime
for those
time.
that are not near the Charlotte area or even in the North Carolina area, I'm gonna just let y'all know right now. You had to dedicate time to
Yes,
go to that area.
you had to go out your
Like
way.
it was out there.
You had to go out your way to get there, fam. You know what's
Yeah.
around Tyvola, like the Charlotte Coliseum? Corporate businesses off. So that's
And
so
Billy Graham Parkway. That's
yes.
basically it.
You had to work in that area to be in that. When COVID hit, ain't nothing in that area because everybody worked at home.
Exactly. Yes. Yes.
Out
I
there,
see what
yo.
you're talking about. Yeah.
Right now, Spectrum Center it's even smaller than the Charlotte Coliseum.
Mhm.
It's downtown in the middle of downtown, right by the epicenter. You got shops, clubs, bars everywhere around it,
It's
hotels everywhere. It's so
it's
convenient to get there.
it's only it's only coup de grace and like pull to get there? Is that the fact that it's near the bus station and
And the light rail.
there you go.
You can take you can
It's
take the
bus
train
station or
there
light
or the
rail.
bus.
Bus station and light rail is the only reasons,
Oh, parking, no problem.
convenient reasons to get there. Yeah.
Parking is no problem at the Spectrum Center because the entire downtown are parking lots and parking decks. Pick where you want to park. I
Is
pay,
it?
yes,
Is
I pay
it? You
$10.
gotta
I'm in
pay.
and out.
You gotta pay, and then depending on who you're playing,
The pay
like
doesn't go. So here's the thing though, right? You know where I park?
I know where you park.
Yeah,
I'm talking about where the general public park.
they should do their own research like adults. So where I park, it is $10 flat rate. That's it. Bucks playing, Panthers playing. Who it don't matter. I don't care. I don't care if Jordan came back. $10. $10. And I'm 2 blocks away from the stadium.
Here, here and there, what I would agree with you is where I park also generally has just one generalized price. Outside of that, I I guess I'm overgeneralizing the statement because I'm just going to say those that can't get into there. Like if it gets full, then you have to park somewhere else, and then you're paying more. But yeah,
But ooh,
I
traffic.
get what you're saying.
Yeah, it's convenient getting there in a convenient getting out because you don't have the
Yeah.
entire Coliseum parking lots funneling into one spot and funneling
Mhm.
out of one spot. So, and also you can park and walk to get food because it's downtown. So all this being said,
And
the
there is
team,
plenty for those of y'all that haven't been in this area yet. There is plenty of food, regardless of where you park. There is plenty of food on
yeah,
the way.
and bars.
Mhm.
So yeah, that's mine. It's like they made it even more convenient for everybody, and people still don't want to show up, and they're not doing well. America, the Hornets have Rex Chapman, people. That's the number one player at one point. And we sold out the Charlotte Coliseum. So
I low key
yeah,
don't want to talk. I low key don't want to talk about him because he went to Kentucky. But I mean,
yeah.
still, great player.
But the fact is like, yo, like the Hornets, man, like, yo, it's bad. It is terrible, yo. So
Yeah, this is probably the worst I've seen the Hornets or any Charlotte team. And
yeah, it,
the fact that I'm saying any Charlotte team lets you know how bad it is. This is the fact that this is the worst I've seen any Hornets team or any Charlotte team since the Bobcats that went what was that lockout season? And the Bobcats only won 6 games.
yeah,
What was it
yep.
6? What 6-59 or something
So it
like
was it
that?
was something stupid, but it's also the Bobcats.
This is the worst I have seen it, and this is probably the worst I have seen any professional NBA team.
Consistently. Since what, the Clippers? Like the old
No,
Clippers, maybe?
no. Is it
The
franchise wise, yes, but in my lifetime, as far as witnessing the season,
because we got players.
that New Jersey Nets team right before they moved to Brooklyn,
Oh yeah.
where they lost like 19 games in a row before they won a single game.
Mm-mm.
Like that's that bad. This is that bad. What sucks even more is the fact that this Charlotte Hornets team has more weapons. Since we're making that comparison, this
Oh,
Charlotte Hornets team has
now
more
people
weapons
people
than that
have got
new.
hurt.
regardless of people being hurt or not. This
Yeah.
Hornets team has more weapons than that New Jersey Nets team. Na-
What?
Name
Hold up, wait.
a good player for that New Jersey Nets team
Hold
that
up. Wait.
lost
Wait. Wait. Wait.
19
Wait.
in a
I
row.
I got something better. This team has more weapons than the Kemba Walker playoff team. Bro, it was Kemba, Al Jefferson, and people who live in Charlotte.
And beyond, I'll throw Biombo in there.
I'm not throwing a ball to him, brick
Here you
hands, but
go.
yeah.
He's still a weapon. He can still rebound.
Oh yeah, man.
Na-
Look, that's
Name
all
a
he's like.
weapon
I'm getting
for
the
that New
ball,
Jersey
yo.
Nets team that lost 19 in a row.
We are trash,
The
yo.
fact that we've already named weapons for this team over that team lets you know how bad it is for the Charlotte Hornets right now. Because
You
we're
know what's
saying
crazy?
the Charlotte Hornets right now is pretty bad, and if not arguably as bad as that New Jersey Nets team that lost 19 in a row.
Would you say it's would you say it's coaching?
It's a mix
Because
of a lot
we
of
got
stuff.
all these coaches.
It's a
Right, that's what
mix
I'm
of a
like.
lot of stuff.
I'm like, yo, I think it's a franchise thing, yo. This thing is deep. Like you
It's a
haven't
mix.
ate vegetables in six
One, it's
years
a mix
deep.
of a lot of stuff. Two, I don't know if it's a franchise thing, but the other parts, yes, I will agree with you on. Because I'm about to say, I was like, franchise thing, I don't know. The Charlotte Hornets was making the playoffs for a good second. As far as
You know
winning
what's
in
the
the
other problem?
playoffs, they didn't win in the playoffs. They at least making the playoffs.
Mhm. Now, okay, so I got one more thing about that too, and then I'll go for the Hornets. One thing I have noticed, we don't have a leader, and if it is, it was Brandon Miller yelling at people, yelling at the Miller on defense, and now I saw Miles Bridges yelling at Mark Williams, but the number
Yeah.
one player is LaMelo Ball, and so I heard this, I think it was KG, whatever. They're like, LaMelo's a good player, but he's not a leader. He never had a leader team. High school, he was
Hmm.
like with his brothers, and then he didn't go to college. He went overseas, and he was the man overseas.
Hmm.
So he never had like, for example, right? Anthony Edwards. He was a leader on that Georgia team. Cooper
Hmm.
Flag. You know what I'm saying? Like, there's a lot of stuff where it's like, yo,
Yeah.
nobody's holding you accountable because you're nice and you do play hero ball and you complain a lot, but you don't hold
Yeah.
the other people accountable.
Yeah.
So he said that, and I started watching games a little differently, and I'm like, yo, I see it. I see
Mm.
it now, yo.
Now
And
that
there's
you now
times where
that you
like the
told me
coach is
that,
yelling at LaMelo, like, yo, get back on defense. They got a 4-on-5 right now. So
yeah, no, that makes sense. Yeah, I might start watching those games a little bit.
mm-hmm.
Well, if he plays, that's the other
Oh no,
question.
he's been playing. Man, you better get the draft stock. My baby better get the trade value up.
But now that you told me that, it's like, yeah, yeah. Hmm. Okay. Here you go. Since you told me that, since you talk about some draft slash trade value up, you hear John Morant is up for a possible offseason trade.
Yo, I also heard John Morant, LaMelo swap.
Yeah, well, I'm gonna sip on that for one.
I would take that. Give me his problems. You take LaMelo because Ja did lead college.
But
But
because where I was about that, where I was going with that was where would you think the top five? Where would you think he would go? And since you already said that,
straight up,
yeah,
yo. I mean, that's me
Charlotte was
being
one of mine.
selfish, but to be straight up with you right now across all the boards right now. You ready for this?
Mm-hmm.
Are you positive?
Yes, sir.
Orlando.
I'm glad you said that. Orlando was actually my number
Orlando.
one. Orlando was my number one.
Yo, they just missing a point guard. You, what? Yo, man, this might not be a sexy pick, but yo, think about it. Ja, Paulo, the what was it, the Franz brother or cousins? I don't know. I think related, maybe.
Mhm.
Matter of fact, let me see it. Let me see they got a
As
game because
as you said that, I was like, "Yep,
I.
yep."
Yeah, man.
Orlando was my number one. I I fully agree with you. Him and what's your boy's name? Bankero? Is that how you say it?
Oh
Bankero?
yes, man. Yo, that's all
Him
star.
and Bankero, that like who's getting the ball? And then literally regardless of who gets the ball, how do you defend after whoever gets the ball gets the ball? It's one of
Because
those.
Ja's running. Ja is running.
You know what I'm saying? Like, come on, bruh. Yeah, the
I'm glad
Magic
we're on the
was
same page,
literally
bro.
number one.
Yep. Next topic. That's nothing you ever done here with that one.
My next one after that, since we're talking about that, the Minnesota Timberwolves. Timberwolves just give up a bunch of their picks in such and such and blah blah blah, and then they end up being in a win now mode with Anthony Edwards and John Morant. Come on, bro. Come
I
on, bro.
don't know. Just because I've seen it work with Mike Conley. I think they have bigger issues than a point guard.
Look, Mike
No, I'm not saying Mike
Mike
Conley.
Conley might as well be signing off the daggone Ten Commandments tablets. Mike Conley old, bro.
Yeah, no. I'm saying that I've seen it work with Mike Conley. You can get a point guard, not like Ja, save some of that money because you got to pay Ja. The problem is big men. That's the issue. They got Randall, and it
So
was a
with that though, I don't. Uh, Size wise, yes, they do have a problem with it, but I don't. They run a game where size is generally not a problem for the. There's a reason that they went to the Western Conference Finals against the Dallas Mavericks last year, and they did not get swept. Like,
right. But so here's my thing about that. They they let go of Carl Anthony Towns and got back Randall, right?
mhm.
And they find out Randall's worse. He just don't
Mm.
do stupid stuff. He don't play no defense. None. He just be out there shooting and doing cardio.
No, none.
Now, like Carl Anthony Towns didn't play that much defense, but at least he was in the way. My
And
man
Karl Anthony Towns
Randall,
is tall, so you
yeah,
you you can't
Randall,
coach tall.
yeah,
I agree.
yeah, and Randall was just a turnstile last night. I was like, what you? All right, yeah, I think what Randall's what 6'8", 6'9", whatever. Yeah,
6'9", I think. Yeah. Mm, fair. Mm. Um, the other. Mm, now that you brought that up, I'm questioning my last one that I was going to bring up. Regardless, the last one I was going to bring up for Ja Morant getting traded to was the Miami Heat with him and Tyler Hero. Could be a very very good weapon, and Miami basically
Miami
giving up
needs some
a
guard play, man.
player, basically giving up a player in two picks. But now that you brought that up, it's just like, it's basically the same situation. Because I can't name a big man for the Miami Heat right now.
Only one is Bam, but other than that,
what Right. I'm about to say, is Bam Adebayo considered really a big man, or just
I would say
basically
so.
a wing player, a wing player that is tough enough to play big man?
No, I think he's a big, but I do think he's a little undersized.
Okay, fair. Um, but for those of y'all keep y'all's eyes out. There is still talk of John Morant getting traded this offseason. It could
Mhm.
be random. That's all I got on the NBA.
Oh, well, let's go on to football real quick. Let's see what we got.
Sheesh. There's a lot of football news. For one,
People getting released.
Bosa, Bosa from the I was going to say Cavaliers. Football in my brain too much. Bosa from the Chargers.
Yeah, the problem with that is you can get them. You got to pay. I don't think the Chargers wanted to pay.
Well, here's the other thing. What about the teams that are willing to pay? What teams do you think would be willing to pay and boast like or boost up their defense slash pass rushing?
The Bengals. But the
Like,
problem with the
I was about to
Bengals,
say, I was like,
they have
would you throw the Panthers or the Bengals in there?
the Panthers. No, just because this draft is too heavy with defensive players.
Okay, okay, fair,
And the
fair.
thing is, like it's just too heavy with it with defensive players, and you're not in the win now mode. I wouldn't say the Bengals, but they got problems they need to address first.
The Bengals have every problem outside of offense.
Yes,
Outside of offense, unless the offense is
no,
offensive line.
yes, out the offensive line, and then the rest of the defense. So, um, maybe the let's say maybe the Bills.
I, being your local Broncos fan, I actually the Broncos in that throw the Broncos in that discussion. Um, Regardless of our defense still being top 10, I'd still throw us in that discussion. You said the Bills? Ooh, yeah, no, yeah, no. The Bills is a good discussion. And I'd also throw the Dolphins in that discussion too. The Dolphins are in a weird spot.
Yeah, I think they're like I think this year they'll either realize, okay, it's time to blow it up, or we're gonna just keep it moving with what we have.
Pro- Problem being, fantasy football wise, they have the highest scoring quarterback in
Oh yeah, yeah,
basically like
fantasy,
fantasy football history for one.
fantasy. Do not watch the game when you're picking your players, because you'd be like, huh, Jameis, man, ain't picking on my team. Yeah, he got 40 points. How? He threw 3 picks. He got 8 touchdowns and a loss. What?
Even worse, even worse. Pick Jameis Winston. Wow, he got 3 interceptions. Yeah, but he ran in 2 touchdowns and then threw two.
And threw two to himself. Yeah. Yep.
Exactly, exactly. I agree.
And
Yeah,
they still lost 87-40. So yeah, man. Yeah, Pete Davis. Don't watch the
and
game.
then he gonna make a weird comment referencing Eminem. It's
Man,
old boy. down the road from Detroit named Eminem. What the? You act like we don't know who Eminem is.
Yo, I know one thing though. Anytime I see Jameis come into play, I'm like, yo, he's gonna try to win. He's gonna, yo, if yeah, we losing? Not today.
That ball is going downfield. He's either holding it and he's going to run it and he's going to try to win, or that ball is going downfield and he's going to try to win. I agree. I feel like he is unfortunately a product of winning at Florida State. I don't remember what school he went to. I feel like he is
Florida
a
State.
product
Yep.
of trying to win at Florida State, where it was just like, yeah, just throw the ball up. Somebody down there. And it's one of those, you don't realize the talent that you are around. As opposed to you being talented, you don't realize the talent that you are around. That's also what I put on the Alabama quarterbacks.
And look,
Uh, I don't get ready to say McCollum. No, that's a NBA player.
yeah,
McCarron. McCarron.
AJ McCarron. Yeah,
Yep. McCarron. McCarron was a product of the talent that he was around, as opposed to him being good. For those of y'all that don't know, McCarron plays for a team in the XFL
XFL. Yeah,
that I mean, no disses to the XFL, because you are still a professional athlete. You are still showcasing your skills and such. But as opposed to being in the NFL, AJ McCarron, let's be real. AJ McCarron had what, 5 seasons in the NFL? 5 seasons in the NFL, 2 playoff appearances, and both of them were losses. So I will give that to him. Um, how to how to put this in perspective? Yeah, 5 seasons in the NFL, 2 playoff appearances, one of them behind Carson Palmer, and no playoff wins. So there is that. It's it, it it's like watching Joe Flacco when he was already aged.
yeah. Except for those first like what 6 games, I was like, wait, hold up. Deshaun Watson's trash. How is he making his offense look like this? And he falling asleep on the sideline.
Exactly.
Deshaun Watson is
Exactly.
garbage.
Like
And that's
McCarron,
how, yeah.
Mc, 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 I, to also put it more into perspective, at the time McCarron played, the Bengals also had a top 10 defense that featured uh, Adam Jones. For those of y'all that don't know, Adam Jones legit had his own highlight reel. Uh,
Pac-Man, yeah, that's him.
Adam Pac-Man Jones, he had his own highlight reel. He had his own highlight reel specifically from Chris Berman, where when once he came up with the nickname of Pac-Man, he had his own highlight reel where Chris Berman would go
Oh yeah.
like like because he would pick your pass off and most likely return it for a pick six. Um, so he had him on defense. He had Vontaze Burfict on defense. Uh, there was another good pass rusher he had on defense too. So it's one of those. He McCarron became McCarron's success basically became
That's all double quarterbacks. Mac Jones.
yeah. So there's that. Here you go. There's that. Um, right before we get into the good meat and potatoes, two more things I should say before we get into the meat and potatoes. One, you hear our I already said about Jerry Bosa. Jerry Bosa is released from the Chargers. Um, the Debo Samuel trade to the Washington Commanders for a fifth round pick. How you feel about that, man?
It makes sense to me. I think Devo to the 49ers is like Draymond Green to the Warriors. As in his value is only as high as long as he's with that team. You put Draymond on another team, it won't be the same. Yeah, so like think about so Devo when he goes to your team, right? He's not the best running back.
Mm-hmm.
He's not the best wide receiver on that team. He can do
He's
both,
he's
but
he's he's a dude. He's a dude that will just do whatever is needed to be done.
he won't be the one
Yeah.
ever. You're getting the fifth.
Saying Draymond Green.
Yeah, think about it. Because if you put Draymond Green on the Bucks, what would that look like? What you doing, Draymond? Just hanging around. You know what I'm saying? Like it won't be the same. But with Steph,
Yeah,
oh, that's perfect.
especially after how big of a showing that Bucky Irvin had. Yeah, you
Hmm.
put him on the Bucks. Yeah, you got Mike Evans and Bucky Irvin. What is Debo doing here?
Yeah. Like, is Debo a better running back than Bucky Irvin? Is he a better running back than Ricard White? Is he a better
Yeah,
wide receiver than Mike Evans? Is he a better
right.
wide receiver than Chris Godwin? You
None,
are three on
none
both
of those are
sides, but
true. Correct.
yeah, but you are a really good gadget player for every situation, but you're not going to be at that top tier. For the 49ers, that works perfectly because you got CMC, Devo, IU, Kittle. You got one person that does everything and three people that do what they do pretty well.
Correct.
So
Yeah.
so it's like his value is only really high with them. Everywhere else, I got to figure out how to use them. And when I do use them, you're not better than these people. So you get a fifth off your name.
And then, like you said, same for Kittle and then
Mm-hmm.
McCaffrey. Like
Yep.
that's you're not a better running back than Christian McCaffrey.
You're not a better
And,
receiver than Christian McCaffrey too.
and what
To
was
be
your
real
boy's
about it,
name? What's your boy's name from Louisville? Um, Guillermo. It was
uh,
like Isaac Guillermo or something like that. Um, that had to fill in once. They had to basically just go basically backfill once players got hurt. Yeah, Isaac Guillermo. Yeah, Isaac Guillermo. It was like you still not even a better receiver than Isaac Guillermo. Um, and and like you said, not even a better receiver off of the line and such low key trying to in a in a formation where you're trying to basically be a tight end, not even a better one than Kittle. So
like you're
wow,
number two across the board at the best.
yeah,
Like you're a really great player. You can be used everywhere, but like in what system? Your value will never be as high as it is in 49ers. So
yeah,
and the
his
same thing with
his
Draymond, yo.
what's the word
Draymond
I'm
and
looking
Steph,
for?
perfect. pick and roll
What's
and your power forward can pull people away and dribble.
utilization?
Mm-hmm.
That's the word I'm looking for. Your utilization is based upon someone else being above you.
Yeah. Think about
Yeah.
it. Let's say if Draymond went to the Mavs instead of Clay. Mm-mm. At Clay's worst day, stay in the corner. It's a guaranteed three. So yeah, it just system stuff like that. So eh.
Well, on, on that point, thanks to our injuries, if Draymond went to the Mavericks instead of Clay, we actually could have used him. But
To do
that's
what? Bring the
a
ball
different
up.
conversation. I still get what you're saying, but that's a different conversation. um, and then before we get to this draft stuff, you hear about Miles Garrett?
Oh yeah, he wants out, man. Yeah.
My man said him and his agent shut the door. Nah, we're done.
You know why?
We're done.
Deshaun Watson. I don't know why, but no. I
He's
mean,
Mr. Nasty. But true.
I know
It could be a thing.
team's gonna be like, you know what? How much money is it gonna take? There's only one of those in the league right now.
Mm-hmm.
It's probably only one of one of them per generation. Yeah. Mm-mm.
um, that's something we can touch on next time because I know we got to do this draft joint. So I'm gonna put an asterisk on that. Let's
You know
hit up
what?
on this draft.
All you know what? You don't gotta put an asterisk on it. We may find out on March 12th. Bro, as soon as that free agent stuff hits, bing, 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 notifications going nuts.
Fair.
Let's see.
Fair. But as far as this draft stuff, because I know you might have to get rolling real quick soon.
Hmm, trying to find mine. They maybe have some of the odds on it.
We got number 21 whenever you pull it up.
What is Hackathon? There we go. Hackathon. 7.5. Wow. They, they changed every like the top four stayed the same in this little mock draft thing, but dang it, they got the Raiders taking money back anyway. Number
Yeah. Before we do this, we should also next episode factor in the fact that we or there might be trades and such and blah blah blah, and we should go back over.
yeah, yeah.
Hold on,
Because
I think
those
I'm
trades,
losing you. I think I'm losing you. Nope, I think we're good. I think we're good
yeah, I think I froze. Yeah, those trades definitely will change how the draft order would be, especially for agency as well. There's a lot of wide receivers that's just available.
now.
So,
I agree. I agree.
all right.
All right, number
Uh,
21.
20, for me, I'll go with wide receiver. Just because when Pickens went down, so did everything in the air.
Oh, I think you froze. What was 21?
I did?
Who
No, no.
was 21?
Oh, Steelers.
Pittsburgh Washington. Yeah. Yeah, I'm gonna agree with you. I'm gonna agree with you. Uh, yeah, especially if you're trying to build this future kind of around Fields. Yeah, might as well. Yeah,
for any quarterback.
yeah.
Who's next? Chargers, number 22.
So the problem with here's here's my problem with the Chargers. They have three very glaring holes. Three very glaring holes where, as far as first round, you don't know what you want to fill first. I'll put it like that. Defensive backfield, offensive line, and linebacker. And you don't know what you want to fill first. I'll put it like that. Um, as much as most people will want to be like, yeah, edge rusher, it is like, okay, Justin Fields is still going to get sacked 40 times a season. Well, it's Phil offensive line. Okay, well, you're going to score 40 points a game to just get beat 45 to 40 because of your lack of defensive back. Uh, let's feel so they're in a very, 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 very weird spot. Um, now how the positions get drafted, defensive back will fall on the wayside, and they can draft that later, which would lead you to either offensive line or linebacker. They did get beat on the run a lot. I'm gonna go linebacker.
I was thinking linebacker as well, or defensive lineman. I'll go defensive lineman. Then you could run stopper, so they couldn't stop the run.
Correct. They were getting beat on the run a lot. Correct.
Right next, we got the Packers.
The Packers.
I'm gonna go corner. Either corner or
I
safety
was
because
literally
I
getting
feel
ready to
like
say
people could air
defensive
it out
back.
on them.
Yeah, some defensive back slash corner. I will agree with you.
They were launching stuff against them. Let's go to the next one. We got the Vikings.
It's a weird team. It's hey, eh. So
Anything but wide receiver?
it
I think anything is just an upgrade, basically.
basically uh
It's just upgrade. They don't have any holes.
also America, what's also making this more difficult is the fact that essentially from the Chargers down is going to make this difficult because there could be possibility of like trades of picks and like and such blah blah blah. You say anything but wide receiver? Yeah, yeah, nah. Wide receiver was not their problem. If they looked that good with Sam Darnold, wide receiver was not their problem. Uh, who's their running back? Addison? Jordan Addison?
No. Jordan Addison is the second wide receiver. The running back was
Lord. That lets you know how
um.
often
No,
they
wait, hold on,
run.
wait. It was the dude who came from the Packers, Jones, the Aaron Jones.
Mm.
But the thing is, like, I think they can get a running back later.
Yes, I agree.
Like, I mean, I would try to get Scatterboo later or something.
So you might as well start trying to build a defense. Your offense is not the problem.
Yeah. Edge, I'll go edge rusher. Back to quarterback.
Yes, linebacker or edge rusher. Yes. All right. Number 25.
You go. Number 25. This is easy. This is the Texans wide receiver.
Texans are in a weird spot. Honestly,
Yeah, Diggs towards ACL. Dale broke his leg in like 7 places. Yep, done. Give me wide receiver.
I honestly would agree with you. Yes, wide receiver. Yep. Open it, open and shut case. Case. Yes. Wide receiver.
Next, we got the Rams 26.
Rams are also a weird one to draft for.
You know what? Is it possible to do this with the Rams? Wait till next week because there's rumors of them trading Stafford or shopping Stafford. If they shop
I was
Stafford,
about to say
you
quarterback.
got some other.
I was about to say something like quarterback. I'm still gonna go quarterback. We like look as serviceable as Stafford has been to y'all. It might be time to get a quarterback because of Stafford's age, for one, and then two, like you said, if they're looking to trade him, like it might be time to get that position in order. Yeah, I'm gonna go quarterback.
I'm gonna go edge rusher. You just cut Joey Bosa. I think they may trade Khalil Mack.
Yeah, true. Wait, no, Bosa's on the other LA team, not the Rams.
Oh shit, you're right. Yeah, that's a whole nother team. That's a whole nother team I'm talking about. Damn. Quarterback then. Yep, that's a whole nother team.
Cor- cor-
All right.
correct city, incorrect team.
All right. Next we got the Ravens. I'm gonna
Ooh,
go with wide receiver.
ooh. See, this is why I wanted to do this too. You said what for Baltimore?
I said wide receiver because they don't got one. Like they don't got somebody who can go get it. They got a
I mean, they
yak.
got. I would say Zay Flowers, but Zay Flowers' hands are questionable. Mm.
Mm-hmm. But
I
Bateman is the guy that goes out and gets it, man.
Yeah, but Bateman, yeah, but Bateman ain't got no speed.
Nope. They need somebody.
Mm. Baltimore defense is not the problem. Mm. Is it? Yeah, no, defense is not the problem. Outside of offensive line, which is generally a good generalization for drafting, I'm gonna agree with you. Yeah, wide receiver. Yeah, 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 wide receiver.
All right. 28, we got the Lions.
Jesus Christ, defense.
Yeah, I'm gonna go with edge rusher, man. Yo, get to the
Thank
quarterback.
Yeah, I'm gonna agree with you. Edge. Oh my God. There's no reason you score that many points and
Um,
still lose.
let's see. Number 29, Washington.
Mm. Well,
That one, I will also go with edge rusher.
I will agree with you
You got your running
the
back.
considering the news that we just got, also considering Washington
Mm-hmm.
with Debo
You got your
Samuel.
gadget guy. Daniels looked good last year in a clean pocket. You got Terry McLaurin.
You got Jaden Daniels, Terry McLaurin, and now Debo Samuel. No, yeah, no, 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 no. Yeah,
Brian Robinson, and then Austin Eckler
just
as a
start
backup
improving
running
the
back.
defense.
Yeah,
Just start improving the defense now. Correct.
edge rusher.
I agree.
Next we got the Bills. I
Uh,
want to say quarterback so
uh,
bad,
I'm
but that's
just
just me being biased. Uh,
about to say quarterback. So
oh man,
he's
you know
not just
what?
giving up the buns.
Like it's I want to say edge rusher or linebacker just because I think Von Miller is about to be done. And I have
I
a funny
I
feeling.
think Von Miller is done as well. I will agree.
Yeah. I got a feeling there's gonna be a good free agent going to the Bills for wide receiver. But
Yeah.
next we have the Chiefs.
Don't nobody care about the Chiefs.
Offensive lineman.
Don't nobody care about
Ain't
the Chiefs.
nothing to see here. Offensive lineman. The same thing that
Don't
happened last time.
nobody care about the Chiefs. You know what the Chiefs can draft? A whole nother team. Don't nobody care about the Chiefs. I'm joking. Um, that's just me being a Broncos fan and hating on the Chiefs. Offensive line. Really?
Yep.
Yeah, yeah,
Go to
yeah,
that.
yeah. For those of
Tampa
y'all that don't
Bay.
know, um, Kendrick Lamar traveled more yards than the Chiefs did in the Super Bowl. So I will agree with offensive line. Dun, 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 dun.
Um,
Sorry for Chiefs fans.
and then the last one we got the Eagles, which I don't know.
I easily know for the Eagles.
I was gonna
A
say
safety.
nobody on the defense. Huh? A
I was
safety?
gonna
Okay.
say no. Take somebody on the defense. I don't think offense was the problem for the Eagles, obviously. And then just I don't think offense was the problem for the Eagles, obviously. And then when you look at the Eagles defense, yes, the Eagles defense was definitely steadfast. The Eagles defense definitely held up their number one ranking overall for the league. Why not just start backfilling it? One of the hardest positions to backfill is defensive backfield. I was going to say safety.
BPA for defense. But yep. On that note, we got to wrap it up.
Y'all know what we say, man. Y'all stay fly. Y'all keep on sipping.
Keep on
Into the
sipping.
future.
Y'all look out for the free agent news. Something crazy. Deuces.
This free agency is gonna be wild, and then whatever else happens in the NBA is gonna be wild too.
Yeah. All right, people. We outing.